Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today we are sitting down and we're playing with the brand new Fenty Beauty cream blushes and bronzers. When I tell you guys that the excitement is real, the excitement is very real. I posted these on my Instagram story when I received them in PR. So yes, I did get these sent to me by Fenty, but that does not mean that's gonna change my review. But when I posted these, you guys went crazy. You guys went ham. You wanted to see swatches and you wanted to know my thoughts. So today we're doing a Rosita style review. I'm going to give you a description of each color. I have swatches and then I'm going to actually apply bronzer and blush. It kind of looks like I have a contour, but I don't. I didn't apply any bronzer, any contour to my cheeks. So you can kind of see like my natural contour through my foundation, but I left that area blank without powder so that we can apply the cream bronzer. I used to be super opposed to using creams. I thought they were just gonna slip off my face and they were just gonna look oily, and some of them did look really oily on my skin, which is why I stayed away from creams for so long. But the way that I like to use creams is I like to use them as a base and then just lightly set them either with a colored product or just like translucent powder. But I always kind of set anything that's a cream just because I like my makeup to last a long time and I don't like it to like rub off. Right now I do have a cream foundation on. It's like a stick foundation because I feel like cream products work well when working with other creams. Even if you're extremely oily, do not be scared of creams. You can make them work, or even if you're super dry, you definitely can make a cream work, whether you're using a brush, a beauty blender, if you're setting it or you're not, you can make it work, I promise. Before I apply these, I want to give you some information. So this is the cream blush. The exact name is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. So you get 3 grams worth of product and these retail for $20. So my initial reaction when I got these blushes was just that they are beautiful. Like the shades themselves are just gorgeous. So I wasn't really focused on size, and that's because personally when it comes to blush, I don't mind a smaller size blush. So my favorite size blushes for comparison are the MAC ones, just because it's what I'm used to. So here's a size comparison. You have 3 grams for the Fenty and 6 grams of product in the MAC compact. But when I first got these, I really didn't think, oh my god, they're so extremely small. Maybe because they're creams and I know that I won't be using them every single day, or I don't know, maybe it's because I have all of the shades. I didn't really mind the size, but I can see why some people would be a little bit concerned about the size and how much you get for the price. $20 for me is a reasonable price point for Fenty Beauty. Everything Fenty is A, pigmented, and B, made really, really well. So for me, when it comes to blush, I personally don't mind size, but when it comes to bronzers, I do prefer larger compacts. I mean, I use more bronzer than blush, and personally I feel like the tools that you use with the product matters. Had Fenty not sent me these, I was personally going to order 2 of the cream blushes, Fuego Flush and Latte, just because these are more of my shades. Again, I feel like they're going to last me a long time. I mean, there's no real way of testing that out right now. I can't tell the future, but I don't think I've ever gone through a cream blush. And it's very rare that I even go through a powder blush. I feel like my blushes last me a really long time, even if I love them and I use them often. So these are vegan and cruelty-free, which I love. A light as air, non-greasy cream blush that instantly melts into skin for a wash of color and natural looking flush in 10 easy to use sheer shades. I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these aren't that sheer, but these are designed to enhance every complexion with a youthful glow. Created by Rihanna, these shades are sheer, buildable, and melt into the skin. The sweat and water resistant formulas smooth over the skin without feeling sticky or greasy. So the Freestyle cream bronzers come in 7 shades, also vegan and cruelty free, and it's pretty much the same concept. Light as air, non-greasy cream bronzer that effortlessly melts into the skin for a natural looking bronze or soft contour in a range of no fuss shades for all skin tones. And they also claim that this product is sweat and water resistant, which instantly melts into the skin without disturbing makeup to bronze, define, or contour with a range of undertones. So I only have 3 out of the 7 shades. They pretty much just sent me the ones that would work for my skin tone. I have Macchiato, Hunnie Glaze, and Teddy, which pretty much are the shades that I was interested in, the ones that I would pick up myself. Side note, my nails have officially boarded the struggle bus. I think my nails actually own the struggle bus because they are extremely thin right now. I had my gel removed, the file one, and yeah, I'm struggling. It hurts. They're sore. So we're just gonna ignore these bad boys. So this first shade is Macchiato 03 for light to medium skin tones. I forgot to mention these retail for $32 and the blushes retail for $20, and you get 6.23 grams of product. For size comparison, $32, $20, and there they are next to each other. So this is the lightest of the three that I have. I would describe this shade as neutral with a hint of yellow. So when I swatched this one, the first thing that came to my mind was contour, like the perfect shade to contour a nose or contour the cheeks, because it's not super cool. I personally do not like contouring with very cool colors. They just don't work for my skin tone. It has a pinch of warmth, but not too much, so it's still going to give you definition. Then here we have Hunnie Glaze 04, which to me pulls more of an orange / red undertone. Just for comparison, here we have Matte Give Me Sun, which is one of my favorite shades ever, and then here we have Hunnie Glaze. So just so you guys can see them side by side. Of course, creams look way more pigmented in the pan than when you actually apply them. They definitely sheer out, but this one again has more of that like red undertone. And then here we have Teddy, which definitely has a like yellow / olive undertone, and this one says it's for tan skin tones. So I'm currently in the middle. I'm like a light medium. This might be a little dark on its own, so I'm gonna start off light. So I'm gonna start off with Macchiato, and then if I want something deeper, I'll go in with Teddy, just because I prefer the undertone of Teddy as opposed to Hunnie Glaze. I just feel like Hunnie Glaze is a little bit more of an orange, and I really like more of like a yellow olive undertone. And Fenty did send me the corresponding brush. This is the face shaping brush number 125. It says it's a plush angled face brush for flawless blending and sculpting, designed to effortlessly blend cream and powder, blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. So this is designed to work for creams. I'm a little scared of this brush. It does seem a little dense, but we're just gonna go for it. So I'm going to get some product on the brush and then just get a little bit off onto my hand, just so I'm not going in with a ton of product, and it kind of helps distribute it. So I'm gonna follow my natural contour, but I do like to apply more product towards the end of my cheek as opposed to in the front. A lot of people like to apply their bronzer here and then blend back, but what that does is it gives you a lot of product here and not enough back there. I like to blend toward the middle of my face as opposed to starting from the center and working out. First impression, it is pulling a little bit cooler than it does in the pan, which I'm not mad at. It's going to serve the purpose of sculpting the face. And on my jawline. I personally like to take my contour and my bronzer in this area just because I like to kind of shorten it. I'm gonna just blend that a little bit with my beauty blender. No contour, contour. No contour, contour. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Starting back here, I like to kind of get all these baby hairs out of the way. So comparing it to other cream bronzers that I've tried, you guys know that I love the Clinique foundation stick as a bronzer / contour in Gargantuan Golden. That has a lot more of an oily base to it. It's meant to be used as a foundation, so it's very, very creamy and very easy to work with. And it has a warm undertone. Unfortunately, it's been like discontinued, but I love that shade. It's very, very warm. All I'm saying is Clinique needs to bring that back. Are we fighting? Because it is such an amazing shade for bronzing if you're into warm undertones. So definitely warmer than what I have going on right here. I'm gonna try out this MAC stippling brush just because that's what I would normally use. I would normally create my line and then blend upward. Let's go in with a little bit of Teddy, because why not? We're already here, right? I'm just gonna use my beauty blender for this color just because I wanna use it just kind of like to bronze up a little bit. To me, it looks pretty good. It looks really smooth on the skin. It doesn't look cakey or patchy. It didn't skip anywhere. So I'm just going to use a little bit of translucent powder on my forehead and on my chin, just because I personally can't use a cream foundation and not set it. So let's just do that. I don't even feel like I have to set the bronzer. Normally I would go in with a powder bronzer on top of this, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. For size comparison, I did want to mention that the cream blushes are the same exact size as the travel highlighters, but let's just go ahead and get into the shades, my description, and the swatches. So first up, we have Petal Poppin, which they describe as a soft baby pink, and I feel like this color is very wearable. It's definitely one of the more muted shades. It's not super super duper pigmented. This would actually mimic the shade that my cheeks flush naturally, where it's like that rosy pink. I just got out of the gym, so my cheeks are flushed kind of shade. So definitely more on the wearable side. Next we have Fuego Flush, which is a soft tangerine with shimmer. And this is probably my favorite shade because I gravitate towards peachy blushes. I love anything orange and peach. I love the color in general, but especially in makeup. I'm just an orange kind of girl. I just love peachy tones. I love summertime vibes. Even though my cheeks don't naturally flush this color, I feel like these colors look the most natural on me and they flatter my skin tone. And when I swatched this definitely reminded me of the Tang drink, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I remember drinking that like back in elementary school when I used to go over my friend's house. I used to love going there because my friend's mom would serve me Tang. Definitely lighter than what it looks like in the pan. Like right here, you're looking at a stark Trump orange, but it actually gives you more of like a yellowy, apricot-y orange. It's definitely like a peachy orange, which I personally am excited for. This next one is quite loud, and it is Bikini Martini. Sephora is saying that it is a soft bubblegum pink, leaning towards Pepto-Bismol, leaning towards Barney, pinky purple. I love these types of shades when it comes to like iPhone backgrounds or fonts. I know that sounds kind of weird. In person, it looks more of like a neon pink. On camera, it looks more purple, and then in the swatch, it looks more like what the description is, which is bubblegum pink. So bubblegum pink, Bikini Martini. Next we have Crush on Cupid, and this looks so intimidating in the pan. The swatch gave me more like muted rose vibes, but this looks very intense. So this is the type of color that definitely is buildable and a lot more sheer than what it is coming off in the pan. You know those roses that are just like not pink and not red, they're in between, and you pull off a petal, like that's what this color reminds me of in the swatch. But in the pan, she is looking bright honey. Next up we have Strawberry Drip, a soft coral pink. If you're waiting for outside to open to actually see these in person and look at them, you're gonna say that is intense when you see this one, but when I swatched it, it was actually very similar to Crush on Cupid. They don't look anything alike next to each other, but when swatched, to me, they look quite similar. Where Crush on Cupid pulls a little bit more of like a berry tone, where this was more of like that pinky undertone, so it doesn't look this intimidating in the swatch. All right, y'all, Daiquiri Dip has to take the cake of most intense in person and in swatch. Sephora says it's a soft coral red. I don't think I own any red blushes. For me, red blush really reminds me of Halloween or like clown makeup, just because I feel like I don't gravitate towards that. It just looks so editorial and so edgy, but am I bold enough to wear this? I don't know. The swatch is even pretty extreme, and it also stained my arm. We next have 08 Summertime Wine. I love the name. And this is a soft berry with shimmer. So the ones that they're saying they have shimmer, I personally cannot see a shimmer, but this is a really pretty berry shade. Again, beautiful on deeper skin tones, really gorgeous berry shade. This next one is Rose Latte. So they're calling this a soft bronzed nude. I plan on wearing this towards the back of my cheek, kind of like blush slash bronzer, because I like that kind of look. So I'm into anything that's brown or nude. Y'all already know. I just love that for me, so I'm really into the shade, but I am a little intimidated just because I feel like I'll have to use a very light hand when applying this. I don't want it to look muddy or like patchy on my cheeks, but I am one that likes to use bronzer on my cheeks as blush. Here we have Cool Berry, which is a soft mauve with shimmer. Again, I don't see the shimmer. It's like so fine that you can't see it. So if you're scared of like blushes with shimmer, I personally cannot see the shimmer. This to me pulled way more purple than any mauve or berry. When I'm looking at it in the pan, that's what's so shocking to me. It looks purple, but it also looks like it has that mauvey, like a little bit of a red, pink, mauve situation, but on me, this pulled purple. But if you really want to see a purple, we got Drama Class, okay? This is for the confident, baby. This is not for the faint of heart, okay? This one was a little bit streaky compared to the other shades. I don't know if it was because of the placement on my arm, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because my skin is pretty much all the same across my arm. By the way, I shaved my arms just for you guys, so you're welcome. I don't want like hair in my pictures, just so that it's also like a lot smoother. But this shade was a little bit streaky, a little patchy, not gonna lie. Sephora says it's a soft violet. Honey, That's purple. So originally I was gonna do Rose Latte on my cheeks, but I'm a little bit intimidated, a little bit scared, just because looking at the swatch and looking at my cheeks right now, this can come off a little bit too dark on me. So I'm actually going to do Petal Poppin and then go in with Fuego Flush. I love to mix blushes, especially when it's a pink and a peach or a pink and an orange. I feel like that mixture just makes it look more realistic. I don't know, somehow mixing two blushes makes it more realistic and more natural, but we're just gonna go for it. I'm actually gonna use my beauty blender first. Petal Poppin, let's do it. Ooh. Okay, I put a lot. That actually blended out pretty effortlessly. Let's do it over here. I like to apply it on the apple of my cheek and then pull it back just so it can kind of like follow my contour. So pretty natural, looking flushed, looking cute, but I'm just really excited to put this one on my cheeks. Fuego Flush, same beauty blender. I'm like using my monitor as a mirror, hoping that things are gonna get blended out here. Ooh. See, this is more my vibe. With my finger, it's a little more intimidating for me. I don't know. Can I see myself using this color? Absolutely. I love how much warmth it brought to my face. You can feel the product a little bit when you touch it, but it's not to the point where I feel like I have to set it with like a powder blush, which is what I would normally do with a cream. I'm gonna finish my makeup, so I'm gonna apply my highlight on top as well as my lip color, and then I'll recap my thoughts. So let's just finish this face off, okay? Now you get real quiet, right? Just So I applied my highlight, my lip, and I applied a little bit more of Fuego Flush. I am really feeling the color on my cheeks. I really like the contour and I really like the blush. So the verdict is Rosita approved. Obviously I didn't apply all of these shades on my cheeks, but I wanted to wear the colors that I personally gravitate towards, and then I can dabble into these purples, corals, and these reds another day. Love, love, love the blushes. Definitely think they're worth $20. I didn't even have to apply much and my cheeks look so perfectly flushed. I'm actually really feeling this bronzer. I feel like my cheeks look snatched but natural because they had like a natural sheen to them. Even though I personally cannot see any shimmer in any of these products, I just saw like that sheen, that natural texture that these have, that creamy texture. Just looked really nice on my super dry skin. Let me know which color is your favorite. If you want me to do a look with one of these fun shades, let me know which one. Again, if Fenty hadn't sent me these, I would have totally purchased Fuego Flush, like without a doubt. I believe it's sold out right now, but it comes back in stock randomly. Make sure you put your email because it'll say it's out of stock on the website, but then they'll email you first access to it when it comes back. So definitely loving these products. Fenty, you did it again. Riri, you can never do us wrong. Although I cannot use Fenty foundations, they always break me out. I'm obsessed with how they make my skin look. I just personally am very sensitive, so I can't use Fenty foundations, but if I could, I would be using them because they photograph so beautifully. And I'm talking about the matte foundation. I actually haven't tried the hydrating again because I'm a little scared because I do break out from the matte one, but overall I just love Fenty products. I love their bronzers. I just love Fenty. I mean, y'all know I ride for Fussy like if I created it myself. This is my favorite lip gloss ever. It smells delicious and it just looks delicious. I'm a huge Fenty fan. I love their highlights and now I love their cream products. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Beauty by Rosita. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys. Y'all want to hear my favorite Rihanna song? I got you. I got it. You didn't ask, but I got you.
Roses I found. Don't quit loving me just to get close to you. Must be on the brain. That's got me feeling this way. I'm no good without you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cream bronzers. I'm not pressed about it. I don't. Ooh. Oh. Pinks and the purples and the fuchsias. Bitch better have my money.